Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Steam Deck video. Today we're taking another look at Cyberpunk 2077 on the Steam Deck. Now CD Projekt Red have recently released a major patch for the game that officially introduces FSR 3.1 and frame generation, and that is now available also on the Steam Deck. So we're gonna go through some benchmarks, we're gonna compare 4 different graphical settings, and then I'm going to go through some gameplay with FSR 3 without any frame generation on, and then with some frame generation on as well. And what you're about to witness is Cyberpunk running at 60 FPS on the Steam Deck for the very first time. It is on the lowest settings, but it can be done, and it's not going to be always 60 FPS. I'm saying this with a lot of caveat, because it's 60 FPS only in some parts of the game, but even during combat, it remains a stable 60. And that is pretty cool to see. That's a game that was previously very heavy to run, and it's really cool to see that we're now able to get to 60 locked on the Steam Deck. So without further ado, and I'm gonna jump right in and start with the benchmarks, and then we're gonna go through some of the gameplay. Okay, so that was the benchmarks, and right now I'm running on the lowest settings with FSR 3 without any frame generation. And as you can see, I'm jumping between 30, 45 FPS. Sometimes in combat, it will drop to something like 25 or maybe, below. It will drop below 30 sometimes. But it mostly hovers around 35 to 40 FPS. This has been the case for about a year now. The most I've gotten out of it was 45 FPS. In my previous video, I made a statement that Cyberpunk runs at 45 FPS on the Steam Deck. That was the maximum that we could get it to go. Even if you lower the resolution to, say, 720p or even lower, you could get to 50 FPS, but only during some scenes. Now, with frame generation on, as you can see, we're keeping stable 60 FPS. If you do go into the city, like in the center of the city, it will drop. It's going to start triggering the way frame generation checks on other games. There's gonna be some input delay. But if you are playing in the outskirts, or if you're doing a mission that is indoors, it will stay at stable 60 FPS. Yeah, here we go. You can see that it starts to go down to 40, and the frame time starts to go all over the place. This is only in some parts of the city. Now, does it actually feel like 60 FPS when you're playing, or is it just displaying 60 FPS on the game scope? I'm not really sure. It doesn't feel like super smooth 60 FPS, at least not on the Steam Deck, but it definitely feels a lot better than 40 FPS. So it's probably not really 60 FPS, even though it says so. It's kind of like, with frame generation, the more frames it has to work with, the better it's going to feel. So if it's only working with 40 frames, trying to generate 20 more frames out of that, it's not going to be great, but it definitely feels a lot better than what it was before. So even though it says 60, don't expect it to be super smooth gameplay. but it definitely is a lot better than before. This is like a major improvement over what we had previously. And that's gonna be it for this video. It's gonna be a quick one, but really impressive work from CD Projekt Red, and I really hope that their new Witcher game is as optimized as Cyberpunk is. Even though it took like 3 years to get to this level of optimization for Cyberpunk, I really enjoyed the game originally, and I keep playing it, and now it's a fantastic experience on the Steam Deck. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.